Today I want to talk about a client success story of one of my former clients, and their name is Earthquake Devices. They are a musical instruments manufacturer of effects pedals that can be used for guitars and other musical instruments. And they were very unhappy with their sales in Japan. The global sales for their product category in Japan was around 10%, and they were not even making 1% of their sales in Japan. So when they started to work with me, we pretty quickly started to identify that their current distributor wasn't obviously putting in the work that was necessary. And after quite a bit of back and forth, we split up with that distributor, which was not a desired outcome. Actually, the distributor decided to terminate the agreement and asked Earthquake Devices to buy back all their stock. And we then did, actually long-term, find a new distributor, which was a major company called Yamaha Music. You might have heard the name. And now on this website, you can see all the import brands of Yamaha Music Japan. And Earthquake Devices being one of them. And you might ask, okay, how did that happen? How did you pull it off to get to such a major distributor as Yamaha Music for a medium-sized company like Earthquake Devices? Now, there are a couple of components that get in there. One part, obviously, was good timing. The second one was thorough market research, and also the commitment of the management and the owners of Earthquake Devices that they knew that Japan is a strategic market for them. So it wasn't just a, well, let's see what happens. We'll give you, you can sell some of our products and we'll give you a commission on that. That's not how it worked. They really knew that they needed to put strategic emphasis on their operations in Japan. And we pretty quickly identified with a lot of market research, identifying what was happening in Japan. And we participated as annually, Earthquake Devices participated in the NAM show, which is the National Association of Music Merchants. And so the biggest trade show in musical instruments in the world. And there were a couple of Japanese candidates that we also reached out to, and we wanted to meet with them on the NAM show to identify who would be the best fit. Now, long story short, we had a Japanese presentation ready to present to the potential candidates, and that already made a good impression. And we were pretty persistent. Some of the candidates were actually not responding, and it took some time until we got in front of the right people. So it also has to do with a lot of groundwork. So no, don't get me wrong, I didn't do the whole, let's say, outreach and everything to the Japanese distributors myself. The team at Earthquake Devices was really valuable in helping me, and I certainly did benefit a lot from their support. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been possible. But I think, and that's something that I've also been told by Yamaha Music, that one of the main reasons they decided to bring on Earthquake Devices into their lineup was because they had a contact person like me that was speaking the language, that did understand the Japanese business practices, etc., and was willing to also explain how business is done at Yamaha to Earthquake Devices and function as a so-called buffer between US culture, business culture, and Japanese culture. So I hope I could give you an insight on how basically one of the success stories of one of my former clients developed. And if you are looking into bringing your business to the next level in Japan, you're struggling with different distributors, you don't know who to reach out to. Maybe your distribution partner currently isn't performing the way that you're expecting. Maybe you don't find a distribution partner. Maybe nobody replies to you. Nobody responds to you. Maybe sales aren't as expected due to lack of marketing. One big thing that Earthquake Devices was very much aware of is to implement influencers very early on in their social media marketing strategy. So they reached out to artists. There was a artist medallion program to work with different artists that would promote the products, and so on social media, on YouTube videos, on reviews, and so on. So there are different angles that you can attack the Japanese market on, and it's not one fits all, but I'd be happy to give you an insight on how you can work this out for your product, for your business. And if you have any questions for that, feel free to let me know in the comments below, and talk to you in the next video.